Hello, Ariana here, and this video is going to walk you through how to set up a custom domain with your Kartra. So this is if you have a website URL that you have purchased and you want to use that for your Kartra pages rather than like the default Kartra URLs that get generated. Now, before we jump into actually integrating the domain, really quickly, we're going to set up a page that we're going to need later on in this process. So go over to Pages, click Add Page, and then from the templates, you can go to 404 pages, and then find one that you like and tweak it. So this is essentially an error page that people will get taken to if they try to visit, like your URL / some sort of slug that does not exist. So I'm going to just select this one. Give it a name. You can place it in whatever category and site. I'm just going to do this for now since it's a demo page, but you would categorize it with your pages accordingly. And then here you're just going to, you can make tweaks as you like. I'm going to just hit publish. Okay, and then close it. So now we just have that there for later. Now in the right hand corner up here, we're going to go over to custom domains. So you can see here, I've already got one in there. If you click edit, you can see that we have the URL, the favicon, which is like a small version of your logo. It's what's going to appear in the tabs here, like this orange one here as an example, or Kartra's logo here. So you want to just create something like that can be a custom logo in the tabs there for yourself. We have an index page, which is going to the home page. That's like the main page of the website. And then the 404 error page is in the settings. So I'll show you where and at what stage you're going to select all these, but just wanted to show you what that looks like once it's all set up. Okay, so we've got our 404 page. The next thing you want to do, as preparation for this is go into wherever you have your domain hosted. So I use Namecheap. So wherever you went to purchase your URL from, not hosting, but wherever the URL was purchased, you want to go there and go to the domain list. Obviously, my instructions, I am going to use Namecheap as this demo. It won't match 100% if you're using another tool, but it will be pretty close. And then Kartra also has help documentation that can help with some of that as well. Okay, so I'm going to use this URL of mine as the example that we're going with here. So over here in the custom domains, I'm going to click the button to add a domain. I'm going to do a main domain for this demo, and we're going to put in the URL here. The subdomain is similar but slightly different, and I won't go over that in this tutorial. Okay, and then here's where you want to select your favicon. I am not going to do that right now just because I don't have another logo that I can upload there at this time, but you can upload it there and then go next. Okay, as far as inside of Kartra, this is pretty much it. It's giving you the instructions. At the end of all of it, you're going to say, yes, I've completed the steps above, and click next. And it's going to go into a pending sort of review waiting period. So you can read the documentation. When you click here, it's going to take you to, let me actually do that to show you. It'll open up a new tab. This can help you along the way. It's sending it to like a general page. So you want to click on custom domains here on the left hand side, and this can help answer some of any additional questions that you have, especially if you're using different tools or different host for your domain. But we're going to walk through most of that in this tutorial. Okay, so the first thing really that you need to do is what it says here, point CNAME record to Kartra. If you've not done any settings like this before, don't be intimidated. It will be easier than you think. Okay, so we're going to copy this. It's giving us the URL. We're going to copy that and go into Namecheap or wherever you have your URL. Now you want to find where to manage that URL. Typically there will be a manage button. And then there will be DNS settings listed somewhere in there. So in Namecheap, we have advanced DNS here. And then there's like a list of records. Okay, and we're going to hit add new record. It's going to ask us for a type, and we have CNAME. And then target is where we're going to paste what we just copied from over here, the URL. This is just our Kartra URL. So this is going to be your username.kartra.com. That's what's going to go here. And then in host, you just want to type in www. Okay. And then I'm going to click to save changes. Okay, so now we go back to this. We have done this. The next step is to redirect the URL, like this shortened version of it, to the www version of it. And this part is slightly different. Again, more different than adding records. Adding records, you know, you're going to have these same fields no matter what tool you're using for this. The forwarding is done a little bit differently in all of them. And sometimes it's with the DNS settings. You should be able to find it, you know, anywhere where it says forwarding within your settings for that URL. In Namecheap, you're going to go back over into domain. So we've been under advanced DNS to get this CNAME record added. We're going to go back to domain. And then here, there is the redirect domain. So this is where you want to click to add redirect. We're going to put www over here and the plain URL over here and hit add. Now, because I had this other one, it's not. I'm going to remove this. Okay, we just need to add. So what this does is it makes sure that if somebody types in just this like plain URL in their browser, they'll still end up on your website. Okay, and so here this is saved. There's no additional save button that I need to click. There might be in whatever you're using. So I'm going to say, yes, I've completed this, and next. Now it's going to ask me what is the index page, or really the home page. So I'm just going to select the applicable page here for me. And then you're going to select your 404 error page that we made at the beginning of this tutorial. Hit next, and now it's going into a waiting period, so you're going to hit close. So what's going to happen is it's going to say processing for a while. This can take up to a couple of days. Sometimes it's almost instant. Let me refresh. Nope. So you can come back, and then if it says it's connected, then you're good to go. If there's an error or something, there shouldn't be, but you can, you know, turn to the documentation or find somebody to help you out with that. For the most part, it is really that straightforward. Like, you're just going in, you're creating this record pointing to the Kartra URL, and then you're also adding forwarding to make sure that if somebody types in the base URL there, it's going to the actual full website there. Okay, then once you have this on your pages, I'll just show you how to change the URL on there. So you're going to click on Get Code or Link, get the page link, and now when you click to edit, from the drop down here, in addition to your default Kartra page URL here, your new integrated one will show up. So you can select that and select whatever you would like the slug there to be. Hit to save it, and now you have a nice clean URL that is right on your domain. And that is it for that tutorial. Hope that was helpful.